Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Saturday, September 14th, 2019. I'd say for the weekend, but I'm a little delayed. You guys, you see a different background behind me. I'm cat sitting 5 kitties that live in different zones of this gigantic house. And so it's really kind of fun to be someplace new. But I think this spot has the best lighting and the least echo. All the kitties are napping, so none of them like to be picked up and held. But if I get a chance to share a kitty with you, I will. So I was going to do a weekend reading, but yesterday was so chaotic with all the relocating for me for this little short period, and also for, not really chaotic, but it just takes a little bit of time, and I was all nasty, and I almost made a video like with no makeup and filthy, and after doing a bunch of housework, and then I thought, no, let's just wait until you get a nice bath and a little bit of relaxation. So this video, if you're watching on Friday the 13th, oh my gosh, it's Friday the 13th, and a very powerful full moon. So I will say this video is for this next little Friday and 48-hour period into Saturday, and then I'll post a new video for Sunday tomorrow. Now let's pay attention to the emotions that are arising with this full moon. This is a full moon, a mega moon in Pisces, which can trickle in a lot of water, of emotions, and also insight and intuition. And the cards confirm it. So let's jump into the cards. So our first card we have here is this owl, this Mother of Swords. So what this card is all about is you being in the receiving mode and receiving very powerful information from spirit, your perception, your intuition, and your understanding of the reality that is around you is spot on, as the Brits say, spot on. And yeah, I love the Great British Baking Show is back on. So pay attention to that. Notice where your thoughts are. Notice where your intuition is. Now, I've mentioned this before, is that for me, and I think this is true for many people who are receivers of information, clarifying where that information comes from for yourself may be a little difficult. And for me, I notice when my thoughts are back and forth, and I say it like a kitten playing with a little ball of fur or of yarn, back and forth, thinking like this is my monkey mind. And then when I receive information from top down or from that 7th chakra down to my soul, it feels completely different in my body. So pay attention when you are having thought. You may only have 60 or 70,000 a day. Take a moment to take a breath in and notice where your thoughts are originating from and where they go. And that is actually just a living meditation. So once we're able to discern of where this thought comes from, then we're able to really tap into that intuition much clearer. So the second card I got as a clarifier is this very terrifying little card. You know, this deck, the Sandra Ann Taylor deck, I'm not really crazy about all the images, but look at this guy's like back over my shoulder. Dun, 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 dun. But this is the deceit card. Now, the good news is that I threw this card when it jumped out, it was in reverse. And the interesting thing about this deck, the Oracle deck, is that, the Energy Oracle deck, is that there is information about when the card is thrown in reverse. So that brought me, you know, I was a little, not nervous, but concerned when I see this deceit, because it's like, gosh, is someone deceiving me? Have I been deceived? Am I deceiving someone? And then to read the message. So what the message is in reverse is about a time of deceit coming to an end. So anyone, and I know there have been many of you who have been in some conflict situation. And when we're in a conflict, you know, we all kind of sit with the cards really close to the vest. And and so that makes for deception. So now the cards are being laid down on the table, and the time for deception is over. So this card is to bring you levity in your thoughts and your intuition about your next move, because this Mother of Swords has precision in her thinking and in her clarity. So if you're not feeling precise, take a look at what emotions are coming up. Now, I'm going to mention this. I don't know, maybe some of you know Matt Kahn. He's a spiritual teacher. I listen to just about everybody for a while. And Matt Kahn wrote a book that's called Love What Arises, or maybe I'm paraphrasing, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So let's say you're feeling anger or resentment towards this person who deceived you. So one of Matt's techniques for moving through that kind of energy is to love that. So if you're feeling enraged because you're in a conflict with someone, and you have consciousness that you are feeling enraged, the invitation is to love your rage and say, wow, look at me, I really can get mad. Like find something good about your rage and how much better you feel. Because it's really impossible to go from anger or rage or sorrow or victimhood into feeling magically better. You know, there are some people that just say, fake it till you make it. But the reality is that if you're doing that, you're not consulting with those fears that are arising or that anxiety, and you're not paying attention to it, you're bypassing it. So the next time it arises, it will become more and more and more intense. So by loving whatever emotion is coming up, now this is all my stuff. I'm just riffing off of his love with what arises. But by loving this part of ourselves, no matter what it is, especially if it's a dark, shadowy time. Now we got a full moon happening here, and it's powerful, and it's in Pisces, which is the whole turbulent sea of emotions, but there's light with this full moon. So it's an opportunity to have clarity around those emotions that are coming up. I hope that makes sense. So being able to love that, even if it's shame or fear or rage or I don't know, there's such a huge scale of emotions. I need one of those charts with pictures on them so I can overexcited, anxious, I'm just trying to imagine all those different ones that they use. It's really helpful to be able to identify that emotion and then love it. Just say, hey, this is what I'm like when I'm angry. And, good for me. I deserve to be angry, or I'm sad, or whatever emotion. I'm sure there are more emotions than what I've listed. Love what comes up. And then what you'll notice, the more you're able to do that, you will be able to kind of gradually move out of those emotions, or maybe even rapidly move out of those emotions and into places that feel a little bit more comfortable. But it is making it as comfortable as possible wherever we are. Okay, so then I hope that's helpful. And the other thing too I want to mention about gratitude, having gratitude for these issues that come up from being triggered by this deception, and you are right on track. You know what somebody has done or why you are in the position you're in right now. Now, let's talk about the gratitude work. So if you were in a position where you can say, Spirit, thank you for this horrible landlord to teach me more about what I want, like, good for you. You're the freaking Dalai Lama, but if you're a regular person who's having this kind of anger come up or frustration or whatever of having to relocate or switch jobs, it's not just about moving, but that's just what I keep hearing today. Be sure, if you can't, it seems difficult to have gratitude for the crisis or switching that first chakra stuff that gets tumbled up, right? It's difficult to have gratitude for that. So then you can have gratitude say, Wow, I'm looking forward to when I'm going to have gratitude for this situation because I know it's going to lead me somewhere else. But if you're in pre-gratitude, that energy, it's that quantum it's that quantum entanglement of the vibration of having gratitude or even being hopeful about one day having gratitude is then activated in your subconscious so you can remain more in a gratuitous mode or appreciative mode so that you're able to keep moving forward without being held back by the emotion. So I went to my Divine Action card deck and the card I got was Say Yes. So pay attention to the offers that might come up. Okay. And the other thing too is because this is a full moon, this is a perfect time to list all of those things that your heart's desire, love, stable housing, great jobs, stable financial situation, whatever is in your wheelhouse of what you're really looking for, spiritual peace, peace among nations, whatever your wishes. This is a perfect time to offer it up to the moon, offer up your intentions on being a vehicle of spirit so that you can help fulfill that wish of yours and become an active participant. I discussed the 9-penny washing ceremony, which is a great thing to do. So if you're near a fresh body of water, a pond, a river, a lake, an ocean, and if you have the 9 coins, you can do it with 9 seashells so we're not polluting our planet. Especially a water ceremony is very good with this Pisces moon. Take your blessings and your offerings in these tiny shells or rocks or something of nature. In the old days, we used to do it with pennies, but Spirit's saying no more pennies. So find your natural source to push your energy into and just pray upon, and then release it into the fresh water and allow Spirit to deliver your gifts tenfold. Because Spirit always has something better in store for us. We just get roadblocked. I just keep saying we put up our own emotional roadblocks so that we can learn about this path. Because why else are we here on planet Earth? Oh my goodness, I've gone over 12 minutes. All right, my dear. Well, I had a lot to say. I hope you know how much I love you and how grateful I am that you stopped by my little channel. And let me know how your ceremonies are going. I love to hear from you, your comments, your thoughts, your prayers, your wishes. And I adore you so much. And I'm so grateful for you stopping by. So I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.